Good morning, students. Welcome to English class. In our previous class, we learned the lesson Nasrddin's aim. So today in this video, let's discuss the textual exercises of the lesson. Okay? Right. Before we proceed further with our class, let's quickly recapitulate or revise the lesson Nasrddin's aim. In the story Nasrddin's aim, the main character is Nasrddin Hoja. He boasts to his friends about his excellent skill in archery. So one of his friends quickly gets him a bow and an arrow and asks him to prove himself. Now Nasrddin has no other goal but to accept the challenge. So Nasrddin takes the bow and arrow in his hands and shoots. Sadly enough, Nasrddin missed the target the first time. But in order to protect himself from the mockery of his friends, he claims that this was not his aim. Instead, it was Azad's aim. Nasrddin tries to hit the target the second time. The second time again, Nasrddin misses the target. And this time, in order to defend himself, he claims this was also not his aim. Instead, it was the chief guard's aim. Now Nasrddin tries his luck the third time. This time, Nasrddin was very lucky. The arrow hit the target. And Nasrddin happily claims that this was his aim. Children, we also learned in the lesson how Nasrddin kept mentioning someone else's name each time he missed the target because he did not want to accept defeat in front of his friends. He did not want to be insulted by his friends. So this is all about the lesson Nasrddin's aim. Now children, let's discuss the textual exercises of this lesson. Okay? Please take out your Marigold English textbook and be ready. Move to page number 50. I hope you are ready, children. Children, the first textual exercise that we have here is word building. Shoot the arrow and hit the target by matching the words with their correct meanings. So this is a match the following exercise where you will have to match the words with their meanings. The words that are given on the left side are chatting, amazement, archery, defending, and target. And on the right hand side, you have the meanings. The first meaning that is given here is shooting with a bow and arrow. The second meaning that is given here is informal talk. The third one is protecting from attack. The fourth meaning we have here is greatly surprised. And the last meaning that is provided here is happy and proud. Children, this is a simple activity as we have already covered these new words and their meanings. So let's quickly try to do this, okay? The first word that is given here is chatting, and we all know that chatting is an informal talk. So children, look for its meaning. Very good. Chatting is an informal talk. Now look for the meaning of the word amazement, children. Yes, we have the meaning of the word amazement given here. So draw a line from amazement to this circle, children. Now the next word is archery, and you all know that it means shooting with a bow and arrow. Our fourth word is defending, and it means protecting from attack. The fifth word that we have here is target, and it means the goal intended to be hit. And the last word we have here is triumphantly, which means happy and proud. Now children, move to page number 51 to find out our next textual exercise. Children, now look into your book as I read this question. Replace the bold word or words with a word from the quiver and rewrite the sentence. The container in which arrows are stored is called a quiver. So here on this quiver, we have three words given: target, certainly, and remarked on. We will have to use these words in these sentences. The first question that is given here is, in no time she hit the object she aimed at. Here, the highlighted words are object she aimed at. And the one word for this phrase is target. So this sentence can be rewritten as, in no time she hit the target. Moving on to our second question, Nasrddin was surely not a good archer. Children, which is the highlighted word here? Exactly. It is surely. So now look for the meaning of the word surely on the quiver. And it is certainly. Now this sentence can be rewritten as, Nasrddin was certainly not a good archer. Our third sentence here is, the teacher said something about his good handwriting. He felt very happy. Here, the highlighted words are said something about, and it can be replaced with its meaning remarked on. So the rewritten sentence will be, the teacher remarked on his good handwriting. He felt very happy. Children, we are now in the next textual activity titled, Let's Write. Let me read out the question first, children. This is a picture of Rahul Gupta. Using the clues given, write a paragraph about him in your notebook. So this is a paragraph writing activity, children, which needs to be written in your notebook. Okay? In order to frame your sentences, you can make use of the clues that are given in page number 52. So the clues that are given here in the box are Indian, cricket, 8 hours, practices, eats healthy food, runs 2 kilometers every day, and finally batsman. So children, using these clues, you will have to frame sentences. Okay? So let's try doing it, children. Children, let's use the two clues, Indian and cricket, to frame our first sentence. Okay? So our sentence is going to be, Rahul Gupta is an Indian cricketer. Now let's use the clues, 8 hours and practices, to frame our second sentence. He practices 8 hours a day. Now, using the third clue, eats healthy food, we can frame the sentence. He eats healthy food to stay fit. To frame our fourth sentence, let's use the clue, runs 2 kilometers every day. He also runs 2 kilometers every day. And our final clue is batsman. So we can wind up our paragraph on Rahul Gupta with this sentence. He is a very good batsman. So children, wasn't it easy to write a paragraph using these clues? In this section, let's write. Children, you have got one more writing task. Look into the book while I read, children. This is Rajiv's family. They are a healthy family. See what each one does to remain healthy. Now, children, this is a picture composition. In order to do this exercise, you will have to go through the pictures that are given here. Okay? A set of 6 pictures belonging to the family members of Rajiv is given here. This little boy at the extreme right end is Rajiv. So we have here the family members of Rajiv who engage in some kind of activity every day in order to stay healthy. Let's check these pictures one by one and see what each of these members do. Okay? Right. In the first picture, we have Rajiv's father, and in order to stay healthy, he lifts weights. He must be a bodybuilder. In the second picture is Rajiv's mother, and she practices yoga in order to stay fit. Now we have Sita, who is Rajiv's sister, and she does skipping in order to stay healthy. In the fourth picture, we have Rajiv's grandfather, and he goes for walking regularly to stay fit. And here we have Rajiv's grandmother, who drinks milk in order to have healthy bones. And finally, we have Rajiv, who is also a health freak, and he does jogging in order to stay healthy. So now we know what each of these family members do in order to stay fit. Based on these pictures, you will have to do the exercise that is given in next page, that is page number 53. Use the words and or but and frame as many sentences as you can about Rajiv's family. And whilst framing your sentences, bear in mind that you will have to use the words and or but. Okay? Here is an example given for you, children. Grandpa and grandma get up early in the morning. In the first sentence, the word and is used. The second sentence, Grandpa is walking but Rajiv is jogging. Here, the word but is used in order to frame this sentence. So children, look at those pictures and frame sentences using and or but. Okay? This is going to be your home assignment. As soon as you complete your home assignments, please post it to my personal WhatsApp number. Children, now let's have some fun time. Here you will find the picture of an apple and an arrow. Now watch the arrow pierce the apple. Would you like to see the arrow piercing the red apple, children? If so, bring the page close to your face, touch the star with your nose, and then look at the picture. So what should you do in order to see the arrow pierce the apple? If you want to do so, bring the page closer to your face and touch your nose onto the star that is given here, and then look at the picture. You will see the arrow piercing the apple. Try doing it, children. Let me also do it. Well, I saw the arrow piercing the apple. Did you see that, children? Interesting, isn't it? Children, let's now do the next textual exercise. Okay? Kids, our next textual exercise, let's play, is very interesting. Fill in the grid with words given below. You can use one word more than once. Children, here you have a table or a grid with the name of 4 games. The first game mentioned here is cricket. Then you have hockey, and then table tennis, and finally football. So what you need to do here is fill in each of these boxes using the words that are given here. Okay? Some words can be used more than once. Let's do this fun activity then. Cricket. The first heading here is what you play with. You all know, children, cricket is played with bat and ball. So write it down, children. Next, where you play it. Where do you play cricket, children? Cricket can be played on a ground or a stadium. And how many players are there, children? There are 11 players in cricket. Moving on to the next game, hockey. Children, what all are used in order to play this game? Exactly, stick and ball. And where do you play hockey? You play it in a stadium. And how many players are there, children? There are 11 players in hockey. Now coming to table tennis, what do you require to play this game, children? You need a racket and ball. Now where do you play table tennis, children? It's played on a table. And the number of players could be 2 to 4. Okay? Now coming to football, you need a ball. And where is it played, children? It can be played on a ground or a stadium. And how many players are there in this game, children? There are 11 players. This activity was really interesting, isn't it? Children, this is also an activity related to sports. Let me first read the question. The following words are used in various sports. List them under the sport that they are used in. Googly, goal, LBW, penalty, free kick, penalty corner. Some words may be used in more than one game. So children, here are some words that are used in the games hockey, cricket and football. You will have to identify which of these words belong to each of these games. Okay, so let's do it children. The first game given in the box is hockey. The term penalty corner is used in hockey. It refers to the free hit awarded to the attacking team. Now we also have the word penalty used in hockey. Penalty is a punishment given to a player who has broken the rule of the game. The term goal is also used in hockey. Now coming to cricket, the expression LBW is used in cricket. It means leg before wicket. It is one of the ways to dismiss a batsman. Then, googly is also a term used in cricket. It refers to deceptive bowling. Coming to football, the word goal is used in football. Also, the term free kick is used in football. So children, with this exercise, you have completed the writing work. Let's now move on to page number 56 in order to do the craft work. Children, step-by-step instructions are given for you to make a puppet. It sounds exciting, isn't it? So while I read the instructions, please listen to me carefully, children, so that you can do it later all by yourself. A puppet head. You can use an old tennis ball which has lost its bounce to make the head of a puppet. She looks like a little girl in a skirt and is very quick and easy to make. Look at the picture carefully and you will see how she works. Your fingers are her arms. So children, in order to make this puppet head, you need to have an old tennis ball. The other things that are required to make this puppet are a needle, wool and colored cloth. Now the method of making this puppet. Step 1. Start with the head. Make a small hole in the ball and push a long, thick knitting needle about size 3 into it. So what should you do first, children? Take your tennis ball and make a hole in it and push a knitting needle of size 3 into the ball. The needle goes in on one side and right across inside the ball to touch the opposite side. So in step 2, what you need to do is you need to push the needle harder so that it reaches the opposite side of the ball. Okay, let's now check out the third step. The hole needs to be very small so that it is difficult to push the needle in. In this way, it will fit tightly and remain firm when you play with your puppet. The most important thing that you need to bear in mind is the hole that you put in the ball should be very small. Only then is your needle going to stick inside. Okay, otherwise it will slip out. We do not want that to happen while you're playing with the puppet. Okay, now step 4. Now cut the thick top of an old nylon sock and stretch it tightly round the ball, sewing it together down the back. Now take any old nylon sock of yours and wrap it around the ball tightly and stitch it at the back side of the ball. Okay? Fifth step, take some colored wool and stick on the ball. Make plates. Paint the eyes and lips on the ball. So now we will have to make the hair for the puppet. So take some wool and stick it onto the sides. And if you want, you can even make plates as shown here. And then after the hair is done, you can paint the eyes and lips on the ball. Okay? Now step 6 is cut 2 holes in the colored cloth put in your finger. Now take a cloth, put 2 holes in it so that you can put your fingers right through it. Okay? Step 7, hold the needle in your hand to hold the puppet. Now hold the needle in your hand and your puppet is ready. Now after you have done the puppet, write 2 sentences in the gap that is given here about your puppet. Okay, children? Children, please try to do this activity at home. After you have made your puppet, take a pic and post it to my personal WhatsApp number. Okay? So we have completed the textual exercises of the lesson Nasrddin's Aim. Thank you, children, and have a wonderful day.